Today, I want to tell you a story of an Argentinian prophet. His name was Benjamin Solari Parravicini. He was born in Argentina on August 8, 1898, and died on December 13, 1974. His story is very particular because he was not a man fully devoted to the religion, and he was not part of any cult or even a regular in the church. We could say he was just another human being in the world. But his main prophecies has a lot of religious meaning and significance. He worked in a bank for 17 years and was a talented painter, and he was even awarded by his art and was received by King Albert of Belgium. But beside of this, his life didn't appear in the public opinion of his country. What came after his art was something that will make him known, but years after his death. One day, he had a dream about his past grandmother, and short after that he started to have some visions and started the draws. At the beginning, he just threw the papers with draws to the trash can, incapable of understanding the meaning of them, until he saw some facts happen in the same way he saw in his own draws, and in that moment he started to keep them. He told that his hand just started to write and draw like being in a state of peaceful trance, like a hypnotic trance. He stated he drew thousands of psychographies, name designed for a prophetic draw with a short written description of it to get some of the meaning of the draw. And what you can see and read about his prophetic draws is astonishing, because you can easily understand and make a link about his work with many things that have happened. Many of the pictures are very cryptic. Many have some numbers that didn't match with what is being shown, like the year 66 and the year 2002. Nothing like an apocalypse happened in or after those years, but the facts you can see are stunning. China will be dominated by Russia and will raise the yellow in Russian dogmas. A clear description of the communist revolution Mao achieved and pushed as the most powerful man in China for almost 25 years. The dog will be the first flying. And here you can see Laika, the dog the Soviets sent to the space in one of their first tries in putting a living being on space. Bearded head that will appear like Holly, but will not be and will turn on the Antilles. There's no more details to tell here. Everything is depicted fully matching Fidel Castro and his revolution. Hitler, Mussolini, looking for the same with the same end. Story well known for every one of us, I believe. It comes. A new communication system in the world by artificial planets, satellites. Satellites using a parable of the planets for communication. He shows some critical examples of the decadence of society, describing the development of the behavior of the mankind decades after his work on paper. You can see and read Fake Happiness and Soulless 16. This is a personal opinion because to see some of his draws is like to see a Rorschach test. So I link this to the marijuana, deducting the effects of the marijuana and watching the picture, looking the smoke, make me remember that. And this one, this is the unborn child, and if his mother kills him, he perishes without fulfilling his destiny. The germ must be born, and if hunger and wars he finds, he will have to live it. It will be his destiny. God sends it. Cutting it will be killed without forgiveness. Talking about abortion. This is a real hard topic. The good will be removed by the constant love of the blind man that didn't listen to. The darkness in him will be total, and he will roll to the endless punish. Pray. This is a double one, and it's not too hard to get. is related to the cell phones, to the computers, and going deep to the internet, the cybernetic, the danger of the cybernetic, and a full description on the right of a cell phone. Is a full description of a cell phone of our times. It's amazing. Then something for the future. Only the 10th part of the human brain is working. When the man inhabits his full brain, he will know, he will see, he will understand the cosmos, he will speak with him. The development are capabilities of the brain. The telepathy unites the universe. The man will be telepath. He also shares the perspective of peaceful and technologically more advanced extraterrestrial civilizations coming down to Earth to warn the humanity about the power of the atom and to persuade the men to come back to a path of humility, moral and decency, helping each other and the brother in need. Flying saucers in the world, a clear reference of the description in the news in the 90s and 40s and 50s. At the end of the time, in the first hour of the hour, the starships of yesterday will come down to Earth again, bearing words and warnings. These blue beings will live life with the blind man. Their ships will be kept in high peaks of Argentinian regions, within their well-known craters. The astral navigant will do good to the Earthling without being aware of it. The blue astral navigant will demonstrate the existence of God with Ergo's determination, since men will have forgotten him for the goal. In real presence, he will speak telepathically of the great universe, of planets and superior men, of astonishing civilizations, and will say, everything is the work of God. The navigant will emphasize, everything is the work of God, as you are, earthling men. Leave the fetishism, the desire for new gods, the leaders and new religions. They will not be. Learn to be of God, and you will be. Interplanetary ships not visible to the human retina will arrive on Earth. They will inhabit the American continent in the extreme south. They will collect materials to help the war in hunger and in the cataclysmal fires. They will carry human blood to their satellite laboratories to artificially elaborate it. They will provide the hemoglobin. The seas will be invaded by beings from another worlds that will come in their amphibious ships. They will carry from the Earth to Ganymede and his twin Europe a guy. They need it there as food. There are lack of big seas there. They will come. Archaeologists will study the Median glyphs. These come from Venus, brought from there by Venusians. The navigants come from Venus, even though they come from God. And this is a big revelation. The Egyptian priest, who knew the high mathematics of asteroids, who contributed to the construction of the pyramids, he was carefully directed by the blue astronavigants, who with devout dedication taught the priests the secret of the etches. They erased and polished the huge stones of the pyramids. They started measurement and relativity in the fifth dimension. Much of this really surprising, but the most dark and terrifying prophecies are maybe yet to come.